Day here at Children's Mercy Park inside Kansas City, Kansas, here with the Commissioner of the MIAA, Mike Racy, joining us this morning. Mike, always a pleasure to be here, and football season is here.
You know, it feels like it. It feels like this is the right place for us to kick the season off. We were just here a few months ago handing out a national championship trophy to Northwest Missouri State, and to be back at Children's Mercy Park and to celebrate the start of football season, and to be here with our MIAA family and talking about another great year for the MIAA. It's awesome.
How important is it that the relationship between this stadium here and the Division II Conference has continued to grow with the National Football Championship being here?
You know, it's very important. Obviously, we hope through a successful season that we've got an MIAA school that's playing in the national championship game. You're never guaranteed that, though. Football's a crazy sport. So we recognize that, you know, our fiduciary duty is to the sport of Division II football. And as a conference, we believe that the national championship game in this stadium, Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, is the right place for it to be, no matter who's playing in the national championship game. And we obviously work very hard as a conference staff in the administration of the game. During the week of the championship, we're very busy in helping the Division II Football Committee stage this event. And we've had a great partnership with Sporting KC and the Kansas City Sports Commission in being hosts for this event. So it's a big deal, and we're happy that we've extended the contract for Kansas City to be the host of the national championship for another 4 years. So we have this season, and then a new 4-year agreement starts after that to be the road to Kansas City every fall for Division II football.
Now, certainly this is the first time we've talked since the basketball tournaments, I believe.
Right.
And you're still in that transition period taking over for Dr. Bob Boerichter, but what is an update that you have as far as what you've been able to accomplish in your time now as the commissioner?
Well, we got through our first round of governance meetings in June. You know, the MIAA, like the NCAA, is a membership organization. So our schools get together in the spring in committee meetings, and then together in the summer, early summer, our athletic directors and our senior women administrators, and then our presidents meet a week after that, and they talk about issues, current issues, things that they need to address to make the MIAA an even stronger conference. And a lot of issues focused on the experience that our student athletes have as an MIAA student athlete. And so we made it through that, and that was a big part of the transition to get those first set of meetings under the belt. But it's been a busy summer planning. We had a great student athlete advisory committee event in Kansas City where we brought all of our student athletes together. They've launched a new initiative called We Care, and it's a program really designed to help talk about the experience our student athletes have on MIAA campuses in every sport. The We Care is each letter we believe stands for a pillar. We're calling them pillars for success for our student athletes. The W is wellness. The E relates to education. C, compassion. A, their athletic excellence or athletic training. R, respect. And E, engagement. And we believe those 6 pillars for success really combined reflect the type of experience our student athletes are having and their areas of focus on MIAA campuses. So we've been busy with that. We've launched our new media network. Today's kind of our kickoff, our official party to get the media network started, and we're excited about that. We've got a new leader of our CEO Council, Dr. Vardabedian, the president of Missouri Western State University, and he's got some great ideas on some things that he'd like to see the conference do in the upcoming year. So it's been a whirlwind. It's been a fast-paced transition. I still hope I'm in a little bit of the honeymoon period as I'm learning how to be a commissioner, but I'm having a lot of fun. And as I tell everybody that, it's a privilege every morning to wake up and be the commissioner of the MIAA.
And as forementioned, this is on the MIAA network here, and we are streaming live on Facebook as well. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments section. We'll try and see if we can get to some of those as we continue with our conversation here with the commissioner of the MIAA, Mike Racy. Mike, another big event you guys had over the summer was the MIAA awards ceremony and Hall of Fame inductions. Talk about that great event.
Wow, what a powerful night. We had Blair Kirchhoff here in Kansas City with the Kansas City Star and local television personality. He was our MC, and he did a
great job.
Did a masterful job. So comfortable in that role, and we changed things up a little bit. We wanted it to be a little more of a informal interview type format with each of our award winners and our Hall of Fame inductees, and instead of them coming in and delivering kind of their planned speech, we wanted them to react to Blair's questions and have that conversation. And it was a great evening. I think a great celebration of the MIAA past and current, and the MIAA. You think about our history, founded in 1912. One of the oldest athletic conferences in the country, and when you look at some of the names in our Hall of Fame, some of the greats in all of college athletics, James Naismith, Fog Allen, just go down the list, and this year we added student athletes and coaches and administrators, and it was a great celebration, great night to be part of the MIAA family.
Now, and certainly with MIAA Football Media Day here today, it kicks off the football season, and this is something the MIAA has been known for, is the competition and the success of the conference in football specifically. Talk about this year. It should be 5 teams ranked in the top 25 out of the 12 in the conference.
It's amazing. We had 5 postseason teams last year out of our 12 football members, and very competitive conference. Really no week off. We talk a lot in the MIAA about bringing your A game. Bring your A game every weekend in MIAA football. And I mentioned during my press conference that when I worked at the NCAA and being very familiar with the MIAA and now as a commissioner, my impression of the league has just been reinforced that it's a championship student athlete experience. If you're a prospective student athlete and you want to go someplace where you have an opportunity to compete for national championships, the MIAA is a great place to look, because that's what happens on every one of our campuses in every sport. Student athletes arrive and they believe, they know they're going to be competing against people competing for national championships, and they believe they're in the hunt and they have a chance to. And what I mentioned in the press conference is when you combine what you see at every one of our schools, high expectations and a commitment to excellence. And that's what our coaches have, that's what our administrators have, that's what our student athletes have. When you combine high expectations and a commitment that you're going to be excellent, that's why we have the level of success that we have in the MIAA.
Again, please be joined by the commissioner of the MIAA, Mike Racy, here on the MIAA Network. As again, we're streaming to you live through Facebook Live. So if you have any questions for the commissioner, Mr. Mike Racy, please put them in the comment section. We will try to get those to you as quickly as possible. Mike, this is your first academic calendar year that you've taken over as the commissioner. What are some things that you're looking for, not only out of yourself, but out of the conference as well, heading into this first full season?
Yeah, I think we want to continue to run an excellent conference office, and I was left with a very sound playbook by my predecessor, Dr. Bob Bowrichter. Dr. Bob was in this role for a number of years, well respected, not only in the MIAA but nationally, and he has left a great foundation for us to build from. So the conference is in really good shape, strong membership, strong financially, good governance process, good structure. We have great leaders on our campus. So, part of my challenge is just to get out of the way and don't mess anything up, and make sure the train continues to run on time. But we have some things that we're working on related to kind of the messaging and the image and the media reach of the conference. We have a great story to tell, and that's what I'm working hard every day, is to try and figure out ways that we can tell that story, who we need to be sharing that with, and ways that we can connect the local Kansas City community, our civic organizations, our business leaders, with all of the great things going on in the MIAA. There's not a better conference in all of the country. As I mentioned, we're the oldest conference, one of the oldest conferences in all of collegiate athletics, the second oldest in Division II. We're the only NCAA conference office in Kansas City. And I think as we talk more, as we tell our story more, we're going to find a number of corporations and businesses and community leaders that want to be associated and partnered and working with the MIAA. So that's really what we're busy trying to make all of that happen.
And certainly you just mentioned it, Mike, that this is the only, in Kansas City, the MIAA is the only office. Obviously, the NCAA national headquarters used to be here back in the day as well.
It did, and that's where I started. Back when the NCAA was in Overland Park, that was my first job out of law school. So it's nice to be in Kansas City where things started out for me. Yeah.
Talk about that relationship between the city of Kansas City and the MIAA just being so rich in tradition.
Well, first of all, Kansas City is a great sports town. It always has been a great sports town. And when you're part of a community, my kids, we were around. I was working at the University of Central Missouri at the time, but when the Royals kind of went through their World Series run and the party downtown with the parade and just seeing all of the enthusiasm and passion, but Kansas City's a great sports town, and why I think it's just the Midwest friendliness of the people in Kansas City. I talked in the press conference. One of the reasons that we were able to extend the agreement with the NCAA to have the national championship here in Kansas City is our hospitality. The NCAA was worried about that when they moved the championship out of Florence, Alabama. Not that they didn't think Kansas City was a friendly place, but that's really what made the championship in Alabama for so many years, was the hospitality the teams received when they went there, and we've replicated that, and we've received that type of feedback from the teams that have participated in the NCAA championship, and the NCAA has said that too, and so I think that's one thing that makes Kansas City such a special place, is the hospitality and the people that live here, and the support that they give, and they're passionate about sports, whether it's high school sports, college sports, professional sports. They love to be a part of it, and I think that's what makes Kansas City such a great place for the MIAA office. We have schools in 4 states, but Kansas City's a great hub, a great place for us to call home, and a great place for us to stage some of our championship events.
And myself as a Kansas Cityan, when I think of the reasons why Kansas City is such a great sports town, is not only do we support the pro teams, the Chiefs, the Royals, supporting Kansas City here at Children's Mercy Park, but it's also the affiliation that you have to either your school or the colleges, the college teams that you root for.
Right.
And certainly with a lot of MIAA membered alumni here in town, you get that great feeling.
You get it, and also, I think a great thing that, whether you're going out to a Royals game or whether you want to come and watch an MIAA game, is that it's a family-friendly environment. MIAA football games, basketball games, you can take your kids, you can have a great time, and then after the game's over, they can head down to the field and shake players' hands and meet coaches and throw passes on the into the end zone and be a part of it. And I think people in Kansas City love that. They love to find events and activities that their family, their kids can be a part of, and that's what we have every Saturday and Thursday nights. MIAA football games, family-friendly environments. Bring the kids out, have fun.
Certainly a lot to look forward to in this upcoming season with the MIAA football season upon us. It's just going to be a next month here, the first week of September.
It's here, and Media Day today feels like it's arrived. We're kicking off the season, and not a better place to do it. So,
any final thoughts, Mr. Commissioner Racy?
No, I think I'm hopeful that 2017, another banner year for MIAA football. I think all of the players, student athletes that you'll meet today, they're ready to go. Practice in just a couple of days, and first game the end of the month, August 31st, I think, Thursday night is when we kick things off. So the month of August will be fun. It will be quick, and we'll be right into the middle of MIAA football season.
MIAA Commissioner Mike Racy joining us here today for 2017 MIAA Football Media Day. For the MIAA Network, I'm Jason Katz.